So in this video, I'm going to share 7 effective marketing strategies going into 2024. These are things that are going to help you acquire more customers for less. So let's go ahead and get into this video. We run ads on pretty much every platform, whether it's Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram, organic marketing. We've done it all. And so I want to share with you some of these best tactics and best practices that we've found that can really significantly help to lower your costs and acquire customers for less. Let's start off with the first one here, which is one that I still don't see enough people doing, which is running ads on short form platforms, specifically on TikTok. Look, things like Google ads, well, we do love them, and things like Facebook ads, they've been around for a really long time. And so because of that, a lot of people have become accustomed to using those platforms. And in turn, the ad rates have increased on there. With any ad platforms, you're bidding against other buyers who are trying to buy ads. And so the prices have risen quite a bit on those platforms. On TikTok, though, the rates are still relatively low, especially for the amount of exposure that you are getting. So right now, actually, we got a special offer from TikTok. We work with them. And so if you sign up for a TikTok business account and you spend $100, you'll also get $100 in free ad credits from the platform. That goes all the way up to $1,500. So if you spend $1,500 on TikTok ads using the link below in the description, you'll get $1,500 in free ad credits. Plus you'll get onboarding support from TikTok if you want to start running ads on that platform. So it's kind of a no-brainer to at least get started with that. I wanted to just include that in this video because it's something that we just got access to provide to the viewers on this channel is that special deal. So you can only access it using the link below in the description. I do recommend checking it out. Once you get that up and running, you're going to realize that one of the best ways to run ads in going into 2024 is to use something called UGC, or user-generated content, where you don't even have to be the one who's making the ad for your product. You can just hire someone, hire a small creator, give them a couple $100 and have them make the ad for you. And so we have a lot of clients who actually do this, where they will basically have a bunch of TikTokers or influencers make user-generated content. They'll make these ads for the brand, and then you'll just run all these different ads, see which ones perform best, and then really pour a lot of ad spend behind those. That's what some of these great free ad credits are that you can use with TikTok to kind of figure out which ads are going to work, which ones are going to be effective, and you get that basically at like buy one, get one free up to $1,500 for ad spend on the platform. So I do recommend that. You can also, try using short form ads on other platforms as well. And we've seen them work well on Snapchat as well, though that's not really my personal specialty, so I can't speak on that too much, but I have heard good things about actually running Snapchat ads as well. Let's talk about the other effective marketing strategies. Maybe you don't want to run paid ads. Maybe it's just kind of a big barrier for you. That's totally okay. There's some other really cool, effective strategies for growing your business, whether, it's an ice cream shop in your local town or, it's an e-commerce business or coaching business. This is still going to be some very effective marketing tactics for you. And the second one here is to do something that I really don't see anyone else doing this, which is to build relationships with reporters and journalists, because this is some of the best free advertising you're ever going to get. I've done this over the years. I've been in articles on like CNBC and Forbes and a lot of big publications. I never paid for any of them. The reason why I was able to get into these and they helped with my business is because I built relationships with reporters, with journalists. It's really not that difficult to do, and it's great free advertising. Okay, so here's the strategy for building relationships with those people. If you are a local business, maybe you're a landscaping company or an ice cream shop or something, just reach out to your local news and just tell them what you're doing. And I almost guarantee you they're going to just do a story on you, because they are looking for anything. They want stories. They want people to reach out to them. So reach out to your local news company. Even if you are like a nationwide brand, just reach out to your local news company anyway. And you'd be surprised. Most of them would be happy to bring cameras to your office, to your house, whatever you're doing, your home business. Doesn't matter if it's a dog walking business. They probably would still love to do a piece on you because they're always looking for stuff. So something as simple as that, just start emailing, start calling, start messaging, try to pitch it in a way that benefits them. Or you can also do something like you can go to a site which is called Haro, which is Help a Reporter Out. I'll leave a link to that down below in the description. I've used this as well. Basically, when journalists are writing articles and they're looking for experts to quote in some of those articles. So I've used this and I've built great relationships with reporters and with journalists just by helping them out and providing them value. And then every once in a while, I'll just reach out to reporters and just provide them with value. Be like, hey, this thing just happened. The news hasn't broken yet. I learned this through some of my contacts. Here's some free info. And I kind of just feed them information, and they love love that. And then it's kind of like you scratch their back, they scratch your back, they write articles about you. It's just something that's worked really well that I would not underplay here. So just try it out, see what happens, and I think you'd be surprised. The next strategy that I think is really effective is building a simple email newsletter. This is different from an email list, and just running this at least once a month. So once again, regardless of what business you're running, like it could be something like a local business, you should still have an email newsletter that can just keep people up to date on the industry, what's going on. You don't want it to feel like a big sales pitch every time that you're hitting their inbox with something. I'll use an example. One of the companies that we invested into through our venture fund, which was ClearSpace, they send out a newsletter. I think it comes out about every other week, and it just kind of like is all about phone usage and technology. And it's a really nice newsletter that, I'll read when I'm just sitting on the bus or something, or I'm on a plane somewhere, and I can go through and read what's happening in that industry. And it's super useful. And they're not pitching me on their app to sign up for the app every single time I read the newsletter. It's more so just kind of staying in top of mind for you. The reason why I like newsletters is because you can actually really outsource most of this. Like you can hire a VA, or you can hire some kid in your local town to just write a newsletter for you once a month or once a week, pay them $100, maybe $200 per newsletter. And so it's pretty effective and pretty low cost. And I think it helps just retain customers and keep you at top of mind for people when they see you in their inbox every week. And the best way to create an email newsletter is definitely through something like Beehive. So I'll leave a link to them down below as well. But you can use Beehive for free. I think up to like 2,500 subscribers. So totally free. And if you have time to write, like a newsletter every week, that would be really useful for building that customer base as a whole. The fourth one is another one that, is pretty niche, and not a lot of people do this, is actually sending physical mail and thank you notes or letters to your customers. Now, I know this might not feel very scalable, but another one of the companies that we invested into through our venture fund, he does this for every person who buys one of his products. And I don't want to name his brand because, he's very secretive on like the things that he's doing because it's working super well. But what happens is every time someone buys an item, he will literally write a thank you note. And I don't know if he still does this himself or if he hired like an assistant to do this, but he writes a thank you note saying thank you for purchasing. We appreciate you and everything else. When I got that in the mail before we invested, I got a letter that said thank you for purchasing because I wanted to test it out and see if it was worth it. And I got a handwritten letter. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And here's what it comes down to. This is a really important thing that I want you to understand if you are trying to get into marketing, is that people want to support their friends. All right. And so if someone sends me a thank you letter and it's very personal, I want to support that person because I feel like I kind of know them. They at least know me. And so I feel like I know them after they sent me this personal letter and they were thinking about me. People always want to support their friends. Just remember that. And so if you can basically become friends with your customers, you're going to win. They're going to return as customers. And this guy who's been doing this, he's seen his customer retention rate significantly increase because of these handwritten letters. Now, sure, if he's selling millions of products, he's probably not going to be able to do that in the same way, but he can still find ways to create hyper-personalized messaging for every single customer. Just even if it's something as simple as when someone signs up for your product, they buy your product, you're sending them emails addressed to them with their name, right? Instead of just saying hey, customer, but you address them hello, Nate, thank you for purchasing. That really does go a long way. So create hyper-personalized messaging and try to basically befriend every single one of your customers or even potential customers because people love supporting their friends. Okay, so this next one, it's going to sound pretty basic, but I can nearly guarantee you that at least half the people watching this video do not have this set up now. It is realizing how much opportunity there still is in something like search engine optimization on Google and even on things like YouTube for your products in 2024. What you need to do is you need to have a website and you need to have at least 10 to 20 thoughtful blog articles written about your industry and your specific product so that they can start ranking in Google. And I've seen so many people, and people have been saying this for the past 10 years, that blogs are dead, blogs are dying. Now we have AI, who's going to read blogs? That is absolutely not true. We still have blogs that are pulling in large amounts of money that are ranking on Google that are getting, 500, 600 page views per day. And the best part about it is that it's totally free. If you can rank on Google search for specific search terms, you're not paying for that. You just write blog articles and they rank and you basically just get customers coming in all the time for absolutely free. So it's a really incredible thing to do. You can create a website on something like Squarespace very easily. We have tutorials on that showing you how to do that. You can set it up in literally just a couple of hours. I recommend doing that and just cranking out out 10, 20, 30 blog articles, and then basically just let them sit, let them start ranking. It's going to take time. Your blog's not going to rank in Google for like the first couple of weeks. It usually honestly takes months, sometimes even up to a year, but it definitely is something worthwhile. Basically just plant the seeds now, write the articles now, and then wait, and then you can harvest that later on down the road. I know it's something that people don't have a lot of patience for because it does take time, but it is worth it. Even if you're getting 500 blog visits per day, okay, that doesn't seem like a whole lot, but how many is that per year? That's about 180,000 website page views per year, right? Just roughly estimated. That's a lot. 180,000 people. Do that over 5 years. That's almost 1 million people coming through your website for free that you're paying absolutely nothing for. I think that's a really great one. Number 6 here is to launch a referral program. I think we all know how effective they can be for marketing. So what I would suggest doing is launching a referral program and even doing simple things like giving out free products to influencers. So for example, BlackRock gave me this hat the other day. I wear it all the time. It's free advertising for them. I think I've worn it in a couple videos as well. This is because of my personal channel. I have like a finance YouTube channel. And so just a simple thing like that, free hat, influencers will wear it. If you give them free socks and you don't even pay them, they'll probably wear them and they'll probably promote you for free. And it's pretty cheap marketing if you're giving them some pretty inexpensive products. So try to launch a referral program. You can do this on a couple of different platforms. You can do this on something like PartnerStack, or you can do it on something like impact.com or cj.com. These are all basically known as affiliate programs for brands. You can even find some other platforms that are probably even less expensive than those. Also, something like contest marketing can be a really great strategy. So, you can host some type of contest where, someone has to, tag you and share with other people, and then they can enter into a contest to win one of your products. A lot of people love this stuff, and it is free marketing as well, or pretty inexpensive marketing. I think about the one company this worked so well for. I think it was called Sunny Clothing Company. This was back probably getting close to 10 years ago. It's probably around 2015. And it was basically you get a free swimsuit if you post their Instagram post on your feed. And I remember pretty much every girl in my high school posted this photo. Like, I'll put it right here because I cannot forget it. And this Sunny Clothing Company, I mean, they probably had hundreds of thousands, probably millions of orders where everyone was getting free swimsuits because they posted this on their Instagram. And it was pretty incredible to see how viral that marketing strategy went. I think it went even more viral than like the founders anticipated, and it might have been like overwhelmed from millions of orders, just going from like no orders to millions of orders in like a week. But it was a very effective strategy because they did some basic contest marketing and some giveaways that really went a long way. The 7th one and the final one that I want to share with you here today on an effective marketing strategy is to build a foundation of educational content. And when you build a foundation of educational content around your product or around your service, this can be super effective. So I think about, I'll show you a channel right here that does it really well, something like Learn with Shopify. And so I think we all know Shopify, right? This is a pretty big platform for e-commerce, but they have all these tutorials all about using their platform and also just like e-commerce in general, so that they kind of stay top of mind for people. Maybe someone's in between using Shopify, or maybe they want to use BigCommerce. They're not really sure. Next thing you know, they watch a video, from Shopify, and now they're pretty sold on using their platform. So I think Shopify does this really well. There's other platforms that do it well as well. Companies that will basically just, create a TikTok account, create a YouTube channel, create a Facebook page, and then create content around that. You don't have to do it yourself. You can hire someone, an assistant, to do this for you if you would like to. But I do think that organic marketing by building your own content on these platforms can be super useful, and for the most part is going to be free because you're getting organic traffic. Those are the marketing strategies that I think are some of the most effective ones in 2023. Don't forget to get your TikTok ad credits. I mean, up to $1,500 in free ad credits. This is going to help you get started. You can hire some other small influencers to create user-generated content. Just give them your product for free. Say, hey, make an ad for this, make a video about this, and then send it back to me. I'll give you like $100, and then you run that ad. Make sure you get their permission to run that ad, and you can use these free TikTok ad credits. Spend $1,500, get $1,500 plus onboarding support. It's a pretty great deal. So I would recommend doing that, at least using those credits. And if it doesn't work out and you feel like you didn't recoup your cost, well, then you can kind of just move on to something else and try some different ad platforms. We have videos on Google ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads. We have all those videos helping you out to run those ads. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you found some value in it, and I'll see everybody sometime in a future video.